KTN.
Let's revisit our earlier story. And despite loss of several lives forcing the government to order closure of the Hilo gold mine, illegal mining continues in the area, albeit quietly. Even more alarming are reports that the area is being guarded by armed groups, exposing residents to danger. Our reporter Hamza Yusuf gained entry into the area and spoke with some leaders of the armed groups. Here is his story.
Sisi tumenyang'anywa ardhi yetu
62 square kilometer mrama ndio walinyang'anya sisi bila consent yetu.
Community land cannot be Golbo. We know ourselves as a Sakuye community.
Sisi tumekosa haki.
County government is talking to imposters and proxies, and it must cease.
Sasa yetu imekuichunga area hii ikiwa ni watu area hii yote community ambayo wanaongea lugha moja ndio tutakubali kwa hii misitu.
Marsabit, one of Kenya's largest counties, a land full of endless horizons. To the north, it borders Ethiopia and Wajir County to the south. However, beneath its vast arid land lies a rare and coveted treasure: gold. In 2019, whispers of massive gold deposits swept through the region like bushfire, drawing thousands of prospectors from across Kenya and neighboring African countries, each driven by the same dream. There were no regulations, no order, only shovels, bare hands, and desperation. Everyone digging, everyone hoping.
Usingie kwa adabu yetu. Balaa ndio umetoka hapa kupigana na mawe, ni kuuana tu hapa dakika hiyo kidogo tu hivyo. Tamu tu ya kupigana na mawe, kupigana na pantuki, na pigana na kizu, na ile suru ambao unashiba na ile nini. Ndio unapigana kabisa.
Nataka kwa masaa 24 hatutaki kuona mtu hapa. Na ikiwa mtu atapatikana hapa baada ya masaa 24 atajilaumu mwenyewe. Kwa hivyo amri ya serikali kwa ajili ya mmeshindwa sasa kujiwekea nyinyi wenyewe amani ya kwamba hapa mali huu mgodi wa Hilo unafungwa kuanzia leo.
There's been a huge concern in that place in terms of safety, but also the fact that it's illegal mining that has been going on there. There are issues around sanitation, and that necessitated the need for us to be able to close that. But given the vastness and also just the terrain there, you have Ethiopia up there. You then have so many people trying to come in and conduct the illegal mining.
The gold rush quickly descended into chaos. Rival groups clashed, tension flared, and violence erupted among miners, forcing the government to order the closure of the mine after several killings.
Sisi tumenyang'anywa ardhi yetu na rota bila idhini yetu. Sisi tulizaliwa hapa, hakuna nchi nyingine.
Dabel sio mahali peke yake dhahabu ilitokea katika Golbo. Katika Golbo Ward kuna mahali 5 dhahabu ilitokea. Bona sio hiyo yote, watu hawajaandamana naye, ardhi yetu tu ya Dabel. Sasa watu wanaanza kuandamana na sisi.
About a year and a half after the shutdown, where the land was supposed to lie silent and abandoned, new accusations surfaced. The stillness life had returned to Hilo, but in secrecy. Influential people were reported running secret mining operation deep inside Hilo, away from public scrutiny. Local elders say they raised the alarm, reporting what they describe as theft and illegal mining activity. But their cries, they claim, were ignored like tears swallowed by the ocean.
Please, Your Excellency, register our land and let us have the ownership so that we cannot be evicted and that Sakuye will be history in Dabel.
Hiyo yote ambaye yule mtu ambaye ametukalisha hiyo amri yote ametuweka ni governor wa county wa Marsabit, Mohamed Ali.
But the elder's account has been challenged by Marsabit Governor Mohamed Ali. He dismisses allegations he possesses signed agreement from some community elders. Document he says prove consent and compensation were granted.
We are doing the right thing and we are advocating for our communities, right? So that they can have opportunity to make use of what God has given us there.
Okay.
When these minerals are underneath the ground, it's helping no one.
Absolutely.
Right?
Some residents believe the disorder is no accident, but part of calculated scheme that deliberately planned to sow chaos, to intimidate, and ultimately push the indigenous communities of land they have inherited from their ancestors. Land that's no longer seen as a heritage, but as a prize, now known to be rich in minerals.
Several meetings, not even once. But the last formal meeting, all right, was presided over by the PS for mining, PS himself. And all communities, the Borana, the Gabra, the Sakuye, the Burji, the Kona community, the Gari, all of the 6 in Moyale were present. Okay. Yes, and the Gabra. And all of them signed the memorandum of understanding, everybody.
And we have our demarcation. Can we have the autonomous ownership of our land?
Was there any participation done? Because some of the sentiment, some of the complaint is that the land was demarcated without their consent.
No, but it was an open meeting which was held in Moyale, attended by all communities, and there are memorandums, there are minutes, attended by Department of Interior, Department of Mining, myself as the governor, all the 6 communities in Moyale.
As tension escalates between the county leadership and Dabel community, a new and unsettling revelation begin to surface.
Simama. Just stop. They might be violent, so let's just cooperate, guys. Okay?
Yes. Hidden within the forest, another force has emerged. A group heavily armed with illegal weapons, now controlling a significant portion of the gold in the forest. And for the first time, they agreed to speak to journalists. We first sought out to understand their purpose in the forest.
Kazi yetu ni kuichunga area hii, ikiwa ni watu area hii yote community ambayo wanaongea lugha moja, ndio tutakubali kwa hii misitu. Hii ni viruma yote kwa sababu sasa unajua hapa iko free, unakuta watu wameingia, lakini tukiona tunanyamana.
Na labda akitumia kifua, kuna uwezekano wa kujipata kwamba amepigwa risasi hapa, amejipata kwa labda katika hatari.
Hii tunaua, tunanyang'anya, hawezi enda na mali ya kwetu, tutaua na kunyang'anya.
Hamuogopi nyinyi? Sababu hata mimi nikija hapa mmenishtua sana, ile labda kuna kitu inawashtua hivyo watu wengine. Hamuogopi?
Sisi hakuna kitu naogopa. Sisi kama iko na hii bunduki hatuogopi hata serikali. Hakuna kitu yote tunaogopa.
When we pressed further asking who funds them and whose authority they operate under, the mood shifted instantly, with no room for debate or argument.
Hiyo hakuna kitu inakuhusu hapo, sababu wewe ni mwanahabari na sasa hatutaki hata uone hapa.
Kila ubaya. Mimi mahojiano tu nilikuwa nataka, na nimeshukuru muda wako.
We packed up and returned to Moyale to reassess and chart our next move. Security agencies did not comment on the armed group, offering only a brief assurance that overall security situation in Moyale and Dabel remain under control.
The operation Hondoa Jangili within our area, all the security agents are on alert.
Meanwhile, the National Assembly has since dispatched a parliamentary security committee to assess the situation on the ground. Following consultation with security and community elders, authorities have promised to explore ways of stabilizing the area and eventually reopening the mine.
Tutaki hasira, sababu hasira haitakusaidia. Tunataka ile facts, ile mambo ambazo ni ya ukweli na itasaidia jamii na hata serikali kuweza kutatua hili jambo.
Panapo wazee aliharibiki neno, si namna hiyo? So tuko tayari kuwasikiza alafu tupate jawabu pamoja.
As we made our way back to the city, uneasy questions lingered. Can the mine truly be reopened without addressing the deep-rooted conflict and security threats? Is intelligence reaching the relevant authorities regarding illegal arms and forceful land seizures reported by the Sakuye elders? If these questions remain unanswered, the burden will fall under the next generation, one that may inherit crises far more than volatile and far more difficult to contain. Hamza Yusuf, KTN, Death Cold, Dabel, Marsabit County.
Well, that story brings us to our second breather, but before